An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. This is one of the many quotes from Mahatma Gandhi. Throughout the entire history of the world, there has been violence. Violence has always been used to resolve conflict. Even in the U.S. today and other countries, they are using violence to resist the powerful terrorists that are plaguing the world with fear. Throughout the entire history of the world, they always used war to resolve the conflict, and they resolve the conflict on the battlefield. And the winner gets the submission of the loser. However, this does not create peace. It only creates more conflict. Mahatma Gandhi understood that peace is only created in a nonviolent, resistant manner. Mahatma Gandhi used nonviolence and peaceful resistance of the British Empire in the 1930s and 40s. And through his nonviolent resistance, Mahatma Gandhi got the powerful British Empire to give India their independence in 1947, according to the Jack Holmer timeline. Gandhi has had a tremendous impact on our world and can teach us some valuable lessons. According to the Jack Holmer timeline, Mahatma Gandhi was born October 2nd, 1869, and his life was relatively normal. He got married when he was 13, which was customary for the time, and which when he was a sophomore in high school. And according to Louis Fisher, who wrote a book about Gandhi's life, Gandhi was a very ambitious young man who sailed to England after high school to go study law. While he was in England, he really enjoyed the custom and life of the Englishmen. This is a picture of young Gandhi while he was studying law in England. As you can see, he loved their dress. Although, according to Louis Fisher, there are two events in Gandhi's life that really impacted him when he was young. The first event took place in South Africa, where the young Gandhi was practicing law, and he had to travel from one place to another, so he got a first-class ticket on a train to go from one place to another. And while he was on the train enjoying his ride, he was kicked off of the train because of the color of his skin. This really impacted Gandhi, and it made him vow never to treat anybody like that in his life. The second event, according to Louis Fisher, occurred when Mahatma Gandhi had an argument with his wife because she refused to take out a pot of an untouchable, which is the lowest class in the Hindu religion. And this made Gandhi furious. He grabbed his wife and violently almost threw her out of the house. This shook Gandhi. It made him realize that he has a violent nature. And it also made him realize he needed to remold his life so that he can resist the bad impulses he has. These two major events, according to Louis Fisher, caused Gandhi to see the British rule in India and the injustice it was serving them. Gandhi believed that India needed to resist the British rule because it was unjust. However, Gandhi said that they needed to do it in a non-violent manner, which is really opposite of many of the Indians' beliefs, because they thought that you should use violence. And whenever, during the resistance, if Gandhi saw the Indians using violence, he told the resistance to stop, and he fasted until the violence stopped. Throughout his life, Gandhi went to jail several times, and every time he did, he never fought back, he just went to jail, and he kept resisting the British rule. Gandhi had a great philosophy. According to Stephen Murphy, who did an article on Gandhi's philosophy, Gandhi's philosophy was to uphold the ideal of a more just and equal society. Gandhi wanted the untouchable caste system to be forgotten because he thought that all men were created equal. In addition, he also wanted the Hindus and Muslims to get along in India. In addition, according to Stephen Murphy, Gandhi believed that the ultimate responsibility of himself was to resist clear injustice and untruth, and it should be done in a non-violent manner. Gandhi has had a tremendous impact on other important figures in history. One example is Martin Luther King Jr. According to James Washington and Coretta King, Martin Luther studied Gandhi's philosophy and techniques of nonviolence while he was in college. In addition, he also took a trip to India to see the influence Gandhi had in 1959. Martin Luther used this philosophy of nonviolence throughout the 1960s during the Civil Rights Movement. Gandhi was unfortunately assassinated on January 30th, 1948. However, his influence still lives today. Mahatma Gandhi's life started out ordinary, but during his life he saw that he needed to transform himself, and through his transformation he saw the injustice in this world. And when he saw this injustice, he knew that he needed to do something to resist it. However, he would resist it in a nonviolent manner. What Gandhi achieved through nonviolence is one of the most tremendous impacts or accomplishments in human history. Gandhi peacefully removed the powerful British Empire in 1947. Who could have thought such a small man could have such a giant impact on our world?